of Humans of Pharma. I'm your host, Pape from Pharma State Academy. Today we have someone truly special, a leader who has served brands, inspired teams, and helped redefine how modern pharma engages with doctors and patients. Our guest, Gopi Ma'am, brings over a decade of rich experience across marketing, dermatology, aesthetics, neurology, and customer experience. She has held leadership roles at companies like IPCA, Merge India, and for the last several years has been a driving force at Zydus Group, where she now heads strategy, content, and experience. Her journey reflects more than just career growth. It reflects her ability to understand markets deeply, build meaningful HCP engagement, and adapt to evolving digital and experience-driven landscape of pharma. From leading dermatology and aesthetic portfolios to shaping strategic customer experience at scale, she embodies what modern pharma leadership looks like today. If you are a pharma professional looking to understand strategy, creativity, innovation, or customer centric thinking, this conversation is going to be a masterclass for you. Welcome to Humans of Pharma, Gopi ma'am. It's wonderful to have you with us today.
Thank you so much, Humans of Pharma, for this podcast.
For someone who's starting out or trying to grow in pharma marketing, what foundational skills or knowledge areas do you think they should really focus on? And along your own journey, what were some defining moments that shape how you approach your work today?
Okay, first of all, I would like to give a disclaimer, standard one, that my views are my own views and have nothing to do with the company. So, if someone is starting new, not just in pharma, but in any industry, I think three foundational skills or behavior should be curiosity, empathy, and of course, clear communication. Everywhere, it's not just pharma. It's not about selling brands. You don't really have to sell an item, but you really must try and understand your customers, their challenges, and solve the challenges. The sale is done, you are going to be a good marketing person. And if you ask
Thank you,
me
ma'am.
about what really changed my approach in work, so I have developed listening skills. I have really developed understanding behavior of people. I observe a lot. I try and bring a lot of insights. In fact, I remember in my career, I used to actually observe how patients buy at a chemist, how patients behave at the doctor's chamber, and I have done a lot of strategies based on their behavior, and they have really become successful. So I think these three behaviors, curiosity, empathy, and again translating that into very clear communication, is something that you should start your journey in any management.
What really caught my attention on your profile is that you work with design thinking. So, what first drew you to the design thinking method, and how did it change the way your team connects with healthcare professionals and customers?
Yeah, so design thinking, when I first heard the word, like everybody, they felt, I also felt it must be something about designing, but no, it is very different. It is actually finding the real problem first and not just jumping to a conclusion or a solution. And then there are methodologies of design thinking that actually help you find a innovative and a very creative solution to it. So there are frameworks, there are methodologies that really help you do this differently. uh, in any management, and even in pharma management, there are a lot of times that you have to have problem solving. So I thought, let's try this. I did few courses, small courses, bigger courses, and then really it helped. The frameworks really help to find out solutions to small as well as big problems.
Thank you, ma'am. I think this is quite new in pharma design thinking method, right?
Yes. um, it has basically come up from the western areas, and India was a little late to adopt, but now I think it is very rampant. People are really using it to the best. And if all of you just do a small course, or even if you read up from Google, I think you will be able to just think differently in your routine, strategy making, or even in your normal communication, because it puts the humans first. We've heard about H marketing, but design thinking frameworks actually puts humans first. They make you empathize with the humans, and they make you look at things with a very different perspective.
Yeah, that's something new I learned about today. So, like, your current role focuses on strategy, content, and experience, right? Which is such a modern plan. And all, like, how do you define this new age mix, and why do you feel it has become so critical for pharma today?
So like you mentioned, strategy defines what the brand stands for or what we stand for. Content helps you express what you really want to tell, and given the competition which is cluttered, experience makes your presence memorable. So this entire strategy, content and experience, really make up for everything that you would really want to do in marketing. If we really bring design thinking into our daily work practical steps, there are basic methods like we've been doing it, but if we put frameworks like the double diamond process, like there are 4 Ds: discover, define, develop, and deliver. So you discover what the problem actually is all about. So there would be many problems coming up. Define exactly what is the problem, that is the main problem. Develop a solution to this, and then deliver a prototype, test the prototype into market, and then go. So design thinking methodologies and processes actually help you to go with a proper strategy into the market, and they actually mitigate or prevent any failures that could have happened on a larger scale. So it's very iterative. You test, you learn, you refine, but it actually goes a long way into building stronger brands and bigger brands.
Thank you, ma'am. And since we are talking about the design thinking methodology, how do you bring that mindset into brand planning or doctor engagement on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, like I said, design thinking keeps humans first. It helps you empathize with people, so you start seeing the doctor also as a human, you start seeing the chemist also as a human. And with that perspective, when you build a strategy, when you think of a strategy or a tactic or a campaign, you definitely make a very memorable campaign.
So, ma'am, since AI is trending in this era, what do you think, like, from your perspective, how are AI and machine learning starting to transform the landscape of pharma marketing?
So AI is everywhere. Pharma is not going to be left out. And like we also heard in your seminars that Pharma State had conducted, that people who will not learn AI are the ones who are going to be left behind. In pharma, of course, the method or the use cases would be different from the other industries, but here like you have a lot of research being done through AI. Research data, reports are generated by AI, and of course there are a lot of reports normally also being generated with the help of AI. Your field force can also help and use AI. So AI and machine learning is going to be the thing of today as well as tomorrow. It is actually making marketing easy for the marketers as well as for the field force. There are many chatbots and AI tools that can help the field force also to search up questions, uh, to answer queries from doctors and answer the doctors back very fast.
Thank you, ma'am. And also, like, could you give us some examples, like some practical ways pharma marketing professionals can start incorporating AI tools or techniques into their daily workflow?
So there are a lot of AI tools, and we generally know the one that is the most commonly used, ChatGPT. But there are many. So basically, just start one by one, pick up one tool after the other. Don't learn. You don't have to master everything in like 1 month. You have Canva, you have Gamma. I'm not endorsing all of these, but these are the ones that are simple to use, and you can start with them. Then I think we must learn Canva at basic. It helps you not just with PPT but also with small flyers that you would need. I would suggest people really learn more tools also, which will help PPT decks as well as your small flyers, as well as even normal content generation that you need to do to communicate to doctors and even your internal field force. So I think these two front, uh, content and PPT decks, I think that is where you should start first. Then you can start. learning some tool that helps you, like mid journey hai, even Canva helps you to generate images. So when you have a small image prototype done, it is easy to tell your agency also that what is there in your mind exactly. It helps you create references fast, so that artists can also develop a much refined version of what is there in your mind. Like everybody is not able to express, and everybody is not being able to understand what you're trying to tell. So such generative tools which can help you create images are also very helpful for marketers. So three things: learn AI tools that help you make presentation decks, that help you generate content, and that help you generate images that is there in your mind.
Yeah, I think like for ChatGPT, it's very important to learn prompting, right?
Yes.
So I was asking you, like, when you do prompting, what do you exactly do? You just write it down, or you first prompt your prompting on ChatGPT?
Like we had one session in the latest Pharma AI town hall. So you ask ChatGPT to make a prompt and then give the prompt to ChatGPT. I have really benefited from that session, and I've started really practicing. And I'm telling all the new pharma marketers also, and even the experienced lot, please do that. And we should do a course in actually prompt engineering for ChatGPT. It's a must.
Yeah. And like since you mentioned you have attended the pharma industry town hall AI edition, so could you please give us the your brutal honest feedback? Like, how was the event?
It was very insightful, and normally people after lunch they start moving out, but this time we were glued till the end, and each and every session topic was different, interesting, and useful. Like the one with the prompt engineering, we were there till the end, and I'm glad I sat till the end. All the topics were very well curated and very helpful.
Thank you, ma'am. And also, there will be more upcoming events by Pharma State Academy. So, what would you suggest the audience?
I feel I would suggest the audience that you should register yourself for sure, because most of them are at very nominal charges. Some of them are free. If you don't have time, at least log in and hear. Most of the times, I feel, chalo, let's log in, let us see, and I have found it very interesting. The debates are also very interesting, and I turn out listening to the entire session. So you must attend all the sessions. Register for sure. You will automatically attend.
Thank you for your honest feedback. And before we wrap up, I would like to ask you some questions related to the young generations. So, like for those who are passionate about entering pharma marketing domain, what encouragement or advice would you give to them?
Pharma marketing is a very rewarding career. Okay, so should not be bogged down. You must continue with pharma marketing because you're actually building a healthier tomorrow. You are touching so many lives with what you are doing. So for the young guys, I would say that curiosity, again I would say you must have endless curiosity. Ask yourself why, for everything, and always understand your before understanding your brand, understand your customer, understand your patient. Learn digital tools, it is very important. Second thing is communication. Learn the art of storytelling. Just writing or just copying what everybody is doing is not going to help in this era. Learn skills of storytelling. Learn to grasp people behaviors. How would people respond? How would doctors respond? How would academic doctors respond to this communication? How would net savvy doctors respond to this communication? Or how would doctors in tier 2, tier 3 cities respond to this communication? Understand that it will really help you with your strategies and tactical plans. And of course, listening skills, and work with pure intent of touching patient lives. You will definitely be successful.
This will be very helpful to our audience because most of our audience are the new or recent graduates, the students mostly. So, last but not the least question, I want to understand the marketing section more of marketing domain. Like from everything you have seen, what makes pharma marketing different from marketing in other industries? Because I believe that pharma has its own challenges and its own way of working.
Yes. Yes, so there are a lot of restrictions. You have to follow a lot of, you have to be compliant to a lot of things, and more the challenges, the more you enjoy doing things. But yes, the main challenge or the main difference is that you are going directly to your customer, you are meeting your customers, you have a chance to meet your end consumer also, and this lets you do a lot of things differently compared to what the FMCG does. And you can actually have a lot of touch points with your end consumer more than what an FMCG industry would do. So that is challenging and interesting and enjoyable also.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the insightful information. The conversation was very positive. This was it for the podcast, and let's end by saying thank you. And thank you, ma'am, for joining us today and sharing your journey, your insights, and your vision for the future of pharma marketing. And to everyone listening, thank you for being part of today's episode of Humans of Pharma. If you enjoyed the conversation, don't forget to like, share, and let us know what resonated the most. Until next time, keep learning, keep evolving, and keep bringing the human side to pharma. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.